One of the wilder things that's come out of this post narcissist healing journey thing, I would say, is probably figuring out that everybody is the same to a much bigger degree than I expected. And I'll expound on that. Like, I'm not saying everybody's exactly the same, but behaviors really follow a certain path. Like, I had my younger brother born. I had just turned 3, and he was this very needy child, and I was the child that was just like, hey man, what's up? You know, put me on a blanket with some toys and watch me play, and I'll be just fine until I'm hungry, right? And my brother just needed attention, 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 attention. So what happened to me was very predictable. I just didn't need the attention, so I didn't get it. And I learned that my needs weren't important, and I couldn't ask for things, or I wasn't allowed to ask for things, whatever impression a 3 or 4-year-old gets. You know, I mean, your thought process isn't advanced at that age to such a degree that it's sophisticated enough to have those kind of thoughts or sort them out in your head. But it's wild figuring this stuff out at 47. You know, that's over 4 decades of just floundering and wondering, why am I like this? What am I doing wrong? Why can't I ask for help? Why do I freeze and panic and do all of these things? And then you find out that these are behaviors that are very common among people that have had similar experiences. Like, I would categorize my upbringing as benign neglect. My parents were not abusive. I have wonderful parents. I'm very, very lucky, all things considered. But still, people who were neglected for reasons that were not so benign, or who were directly abused as children, or had other experiences, wind up in very similar behavior patterns to what I have had throughout my life as an adult, and even well into my 40s, that I'm trying to unlearn at this point. So it's just very interesting, and not only does that apply to me, but it also applies to the narcissist behavior. Once I started reading and understanding how common the things that my ex was doing to me were, it became so immediately apparent to me that they are all the same. They are all absolutely boring, and that there's no way that I was special enough, or that the situation was special enough to change any of that.